My beloved child, I am speaking directly to your heart in this very second. Do not turn away. Do not let your finger slide across the screen to silence my voice, for this is the appointment you have been crying out for in the secret places of your soul. You think you found this message by chance, that a mere algorithm brought you here, but I tell you truly, it was my hand that guided your weariness to this sanctuary. I have heard your silent screams in the dead of night, and I have seen the way your spirit has been trembling on the edge of a precipice. You were ready to let go, weren't you? You were ready to surrender to the cold embrace of despair and tell the world that you could no longer carry the weight. But I am here to tell you, stop. Do not give up when I have not yet given the word. Your journey is not a series of accidents, and your pain is not invisible to the one who breathed life into your very lungs. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and I am standing right now between you and the shadow that seeks to extinguish your light forever. Listen closely to the whisper in your soul, for this is the exact moment your destiny shifts from the hands of fate into my divine providence. There is a divine reason the enemy's weapon did not prosper against you, though it came so close that you could feel its icy breath against your skin. I have seen how the scythe of darkness reached for your throat, how the pressures of this world tried to crush the very spirit I placed within you, and how the weight of your circumstances nearly broke your will to live. Yet here you are. You are still breathing because I have commanded the winds to be still. You are still standing because I have placed my shield around your weary heart and stationed my angels at your gates. Before I reveal the magnificent mystery of why you were spared and what glory awaits your arrival, I need you to acknowledge that you are listening. Do not remain hidden in the shadows of your doubt any longer. If you feel my presence vibrating through your being right now, declare your presence before the throne of grace. Type "I am here, Lord" or 7007 in the comments below. To open the gates of heaven over your life, this is your first act of faith in this new season. At this very moment, I invite you to join this family of believers. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel as a sacred sign of your agreement with my divine plan. By doing so, you are registering your name in the book of life for this specific assignment I have for you. You have often wondered why the battle has been so fierce, why the storms seem to target only your house, while others live in calm. It is because you are not an ordinary soul. You are a chosen one, a vessel of my highest honor, and the darkness knows the weight of the gold I have hidden within your scars. The enemy did not attack you because you were weak. He attacked you because he saw the sunrise of my glory beginning to break through your spirit, and he was terrified of your awakening. He tried to take you out before you could realize that your greatest trial was actually your greatest training ground. You are not behind in life, my precious one. You are being built for a throne that requires a character forged in the hottest fires. The reason you did not break when the world expected you to shatter is that I am the potter, and I have been reinforcing your walls with my own strength during the hours you thought I had forgotten you. Stay with me, for the revelation I am about to pour into your spirit will explain every tear you have ever shed and every door that was ever slammed in your face. Your survival is not a mystery to me, it is my decree, and your victory is already written in the stars. My child, I have watched you through the long, hollow hours of the night when the rest of the world was draped in sleep. I have seen you lying there staring up at the ceiling, your eyes burning with the exhaustion of 1,000 battles that no one else can see. I felt the frantic rhythm of your heart as it hammered against your ribs, a drumbeat of anxiety that made it feel as though the very air in the room was being stolen from your lungs. I heard every "why me" that you whispered into the darkness, and I caught every silent tear that tracked its way down your face and soaked into your pillow. You felt so invisible, so utterly forgotten, as if you were a ghost wandering through your own life. You wondered if I had turned my face away, or if perhaps you had done something to deserve this crushing weight. But I tell you now, I was never closer to you than in those moments of suffocating silence. I was the one holding your hand when you couldn't feel it. I was the one regulating your breath when you felt you might collapse under the sheer pressure of existing. Your weariness is not a sign of failure, but a testament to how long you have been carrying a burden that was never meant for your shoulders alone. I saw you in the grocery store, masking your pain with a forced smile while your soul was screaming for rest. I saw you in the car, gripped by a sudden wave of panic, wondering if you were losing your mind, or if your body was finally giving up on you. I know the exact texture of that heaviness in your chest, the way it feels like a mountain of lead, making even the simplest task of getting out of bed feel like an impossible climb. You have been running on empty for so long that you have forgotten what peace feels like. Yet you keep pushing forward, driven by a flicker of hope that you can barely even identify anymore. Do not be ashamed of your struggle, for I have been counting every sigh and recording every moment of your endurance. You are not weak because you are tired. You are powerful because you are still here despite the exhaustion. The world sees your outward appearance, but I see the spirit within that refuses to be extinguished. I have watched you fight through the fog of depression and the fire of anxiety, and I want you to know that your resilience has not gone unnoticed in the courts of heaven. You are being refined in a way that requires this depth of feeling, for only those who have touched the bottom of the ocean can truly appreciate the vastness of my grace. There were times when the darkness felt so thick you could almost touch it, and you felt as though you were drowning in a sea of questions with no answers. You looked at the lives of others and wondered why their paths seemed so paved with ease, while yours was a jagged trail of thorns and stones. But understand this, my beloved chosen one. The greater the light I have placed within a soul, the deeper the shadows will attempt to surround it. Your white nights were not a punishment, they were a preparation. In the stillness of your suffering, I was stripping away the layers of who you thought you had to be, so that the true eternal essence of who I created you to be could finally emerge. Every drop of sweat, every racing heartbeat, and every moment of agonizing uncertainty has been a seed planted in the soil of your destiny. You are being tempered like steel hardened in the furnace, so that you can carry the weight of the glory I am about to bestow upon you. You are entering a season where the breathlessness of anxiety will be replaced by the breathlessness of awe as you witness the wonders I am preparing to do in your sight. Trust me now, even when your body feels broken, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness, and I am breathing new life into every cell of your being at this very moment. My precious one, I have felt the sharp sting in your heart that came not from an enemy, but from the hands of those you once called friends. I saw the moment the knife of betrayal was plunged into your back by the very people you sat with at the table, the ones you shared your deepest dreams with, and the ones you sacrificed your own needs to help. I watched as your kindness was repaid with cruelty and your loyalty was met with abandonment. It is a bitter medicine to swallow, to realize that those you would have bled for were the ones waiting for you to stumble so they could watch you fall. You asked me in the middle of your heartbreak, Lord, why did you let them do this to me? But I want you to look closer. I allowed the mask to slip because I was protecting you from a poison you could not yet see. I heard the conversations they had when you weren't in the room. I saw the jealousy they harbored while they smiled to your face. I had to let them walk away because they could not go where I am taking you. They were a part of your history, but they were never meant to be a part of your destiny. I know the hollow feeling of being lonely in a crowded room, the sensation of being surrounded by people who claim to know you, but have no idea of the fire that burns within your soul. As a chosen one, you have always felt like a misfit, like a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit into the world's picture. This isolation is not a curse, though it feels like a heavy burden. It is my way of setting you apart, of keeping your spirit pure from the lukewarm expectations of the masses. You have been betrayed because your light was a mirror that reflected their own darkness, and they chose to break the mirror rather than change their hearts. Do not waste another tear on those who walked away when things got difficult. They were only temporary passengers on a journey that requires a different kind of strength. I am your vindicator, and I am the one who will restore the honor that was stolen from you in the shadows. I am closing the doors to the wrong relationships so that I can make room for the divine connections, the brothers and sisters of the Spirit who will recognize your worth without you having to explain it. Forgiveness is not for them. It is the key to your own liberation. I am calling you to release the bitterness that has started to take root in the soil of your heart. If you hold on to the resentment, you are still tethered to the very people who tried to destroy you. Cut the cord today. Let my love wash over the wounds of rejection until the scars no longer ache. I have a plan for you that far exceeds the small-mindedness of those who turned their backs. Remember, the stone that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. The very rejection you suffered is the setup for the massive promotion I am preparing in your life. You are being moved into a position where you will no longer have to beg for a seat at someone else's table, because I am building a table especially for you in the presence of those who doubted you. If you believe that I am clearing your path of the wolves in sheep's clothing, do not stay silent. Type breakthrough is mine or 777 to claim this clearing of your life. And as you feel the chains of the past falling away, join this family of light by pressing the like button and subscribing. This is your signal to heaven that you are ready for the true loyal companions I am sending your way. My child, there is a place where the light of the sun seems like a distant memory. A place where the silence is so heavy it feels like it might crush you. You have arrived at the bottom of the abyss, haven't you? You have reached the point where you have no more tears to cry, no more prayers to whisper, and no more strength to pretend that you are okay. I have watched you fall through the cracks of your own life, descending past your hopes, past your confidence, and past your sense of self. To the world looking in, you are defeated. To your own mind, you are a failure. The darkness here is cold, and it whispers that this is where your story ends. It tells you that you have stayed in this pit for too long to ever climb back out, that the world has moved on without you, and that your absence would be easier than your struggle. But I want you to look around this dark place with my eyes. This is not your grave, it is your womb. This is the place where the old version of you, the one built on the expectations of others and the fragile foundations of this world, finally dies, so that the eternal version of you can be born. I want you to do something for me right now. I want you to stop everything. Put down your phone for just a second, or hold it with one hand, and place your left hand firmly over your heart. Can you feel it? Close your eyes and focus on that steady rhythmic thrumming against your palm. Thump, 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 thump. That sound is not merely a biological function. That beat is my decree. It is my signature written in flesh and blood. Every time your heart beats, it is me saying, not yet. Every pulse is a divine veto against the plans of the enemy. If I were finished with you, that heart would be silent. If your purpose had been fulfilled, I would have called you home. But because you can feel that vibration beneath your hand, it means that the King of Kings has authorized your existence for another day, another hour, and another minute. You are still here because your mission is still active. Your survival is not an accident of nature, it is a miracle of my will. While the world says you have reached the end, I say you have finally reached the foundation upon which I will build your greatest victory. Do you understand the power of hitting rock bottom? It is the only place where the ground is solid enough to support the weight of the destiny I am placing upon you. When you were standing on the shifting sands of success and the approval of men, you were always in danger of falling. But here in the depths, there is nowhere left to fall. There is only me. I am the rock beneath the abyss. I am the foundation that cannot be shaken. Even though you feel broken, you are actually falling into my arms. You are not falling apart. You are falling into place. The world sees your rock bottom as a sign of weakness, but I see it as the entrance exam for the next level of your spiritual authority. Only those who have survived the abyss can lead others out of it. Your scars are not marks of shame. They are your credentials for the kingdom. Take a deep breath now and feel my peace entering your lungs. The worst is behind you. The darkness has done its best and it has failed to extinguish your light. Now watch as I take these very ruins and transform them into a palace of praise. You are the chosen one, and your rising will be far more spectacular than your fall. You have asked me 1,000 times in the silence of your suffering, why me? Why is my path so much harder than everyone else's? Why does it feel like I have a target on my back that the wind, the waves, and even the people I love seem to aim for? My beloved, it is time for you to understand a truth that the world cannot teach you. The darkness did not choose you as a target because you are weak, or because you are cursed, or because I have abandoned you. The darkness chose you because of the light I have hidden deep within the marrow of your bones. A thief does not break into an empty house. He only risks everything to enter the vault where the rarest jewels are kept. You are that vault. The enemy of your soul has seen the flicker of my glory in your eyes long before you even realized it was there. He recognizes the signature of my handiwork upon your life, and he is terrified of what will happen when you finally wake up to your true identity. You are a threat to the kingdom of shadows, a disruption to the cycles of generational pain, and a beacon of hope that threatens to illuminate the dark corners of this world. I have allowed you to pass through the refiner's fire, but I want you to look closely at the flames. Have they consumed you? No. They have only consumed the chains that were binding you. You have been in the furnace of affliction, not to be destroyed, but to be fireproofed. Just as gold must be melted to its core for the impurities to rise to the surface, I have allowed the heat of your trials to bring the dross of fear, doubt, and people-pleasing to the top so that I could skim it away. What remains is a pure, resilient spirit that can withstand the weight of the crown I am preparing for you. The intensity of your battle is the greatest indicator of the magnitude of your purpose. I do not give heavy assignments to light souls. I have chosen you because I knew that even when you were pushed to the edge of your sanity, you would still reach out for me. You are being tempered like the finest blade, sharpened by the friction of your hardships, so that you can cut through the deceptions of the enemy. The very thing that was meant to break you has actually been the tool I used to build you into a monument of my grace. Do not be deceived by the temporary silence of heaven or the loud roars of the adversary. The enemy attacks you because he is desperate. He knows that his time to keep you in bondage is running out. He saw the "not yet" written on your forehead when he tried to take your life. And he knows that if he cannot stop you now, you will become an unstoppable force for my kingdom. You are a warrior who has been training in the secret places of sorrow, and you are about to emerge with a power that the world cannot comprehend. Every tear you shed has been collected in my bottle, and every groan of your spirit has been a prayer that moved the foundations of eternity. You were targeted because you are a chosen one, a pioneer who will lead others through the same wilderness you are currently traversing. The darkness is not winning. It is reacting to the inevitable sunrise of my favor in your life. Hold your head high, for you are being fashioned into a masterpiece of resilience. The fire did not win, the shadows did not win, and the betrayal did not win, because I am the one who holds the ultimate authority over your life, and I have declared that you are mine. My beloved, there is a phrase that echoes through the halls of heaven every time the enemy attempts to bring your story to an early end. It is a phrase that has stood as an invisible wall between you and destruction, a divine shield that no weapon can penetrate. That phrase is "not yet." When the spirit of depression whispered that it was time to give up, I stood over you and declared "not yet." When the sickness tried to take hold of your future, or when the financial ruin seemed ready to swallow your house, my voice rang out through the spiritual realm. Not yet. You must understand that your life is not governed by the laws of luck or the whims of men. You are governed by my sovereign decree. The enemy may have a plan, but I have a purpose, and my purpose will always have the final word. Every time you woke up this morning, despite the heaviness in your chest, it was a manifestation of my not yet silencing the "it's over" of the world. Each breath you take right now is a miracle of defiance against the shadows. Do not look at your survival as a mere coincidence or a stroke of fortune. Every inhalation of air into your lungs is a victory of grace over the forces of darkness. I want you to realize that as long as I am giving you breath, I am not through with you. The "not yet" is my promise that your best days are not behind you, but are being prepared in the secret places of my timing. You might feel like you are stuck in a waiting room, or like you are trapped in a season that will never end, but this delay is not a denial. It is a divine shielding. I am keeping you in this "not yet" season to strengthen your inner life, to build a character that can handle the weight of the blessing that is coming. If I had given you the promise too soon, it would have crushed you. I am training you to be fireproof so that when you finally step into your destiny, nothing can take it away from you. The world sees the "not yet" as a sign of failure or stagnation, but in the kingdom of heaven, it is the highest form of protection. I am not bringing you out of the fire yet because I am using the heat to make you indestructible. I am letting the odds stack against you so that when the miracle finally happens, no one, not even your greatest critics, can say that it was anyone but me. Your survival is a testimony that is currently being written. Every day you endure, every day you choose to trust me despite the silence, you are passing the most important test of your life. You are moving from a victim of circumstance to a victor of faith. Rest in the power of my "not yet." Relax your shoulders and let the tension leave your mind, for the one who holds the stars in place is holding the pen to your story. And I have not yet written the final chapter. Your rising is inevitable because I have already authorized it. My word is not a collection of dusty ink on old pages. It is the living, breathing essence of my heart, vibrating with the same power that commanded light to pierce the primordial dark. When I speak, universes are formed, and when I decree, the darkness has no choice but to flee. Today I want you to anchor your soul to a truth that has stood the test of eons, a truth that I am speaking directly into the core of your spirit right now. I once told my servant to write these words for all generations, but today they are meant for you alone. You shall not die, but live and declare the works of your Lord. This is not a mere suggestion or a comforting thought. It is a spiritual law that I have inscribed over your very existence. The enemy came to you with a sentence of death, death to your dreams, death to your joy, and death to your physical strength. But I have overwritten his lies with my eternal truth. This verse is the anchor that will hold you steady when the waves of despair try to pull you under. You are not a victim of your biology or a casualty of your circumstances. You are a living testament to my sustaining power. Think deeply about the weight of this promise. You shall live. To live in my kingdom means far more than just having a pulse or moving through the motions of a day. It means to flourish, to thrive, and to be restored to the absolute fullness of what I intended for you before the foundation of the world. Why have I spared you? Why did I pull you back from the very edge of the abyss when everyone thought you were finished? It is so that you may declare my works. Your life is becoming a living sermon, a masterpiece of resilience that speaks louder than any words could. Every time you find the strength to stand back up after being knocked down by life's cruelty, you are declaring my strength. Every time you choose to hope in the midst of a suffocating storm, you are declaring my faithfulness. Your survival is the undeniable evidence that I am still on the throne and that I am intimately involved in the details of your story. The scars you carry are not symbols of shame or defeat. They are the very ink I am using to write a narrative of redemption that will cause the world to marvel. I am sealing this word in the marrow of your bones right now. Let it sink deep into your subconscious past the noise of the world's criticism and the frantic whispers of the accuser. I have given my angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways, for I am not finished with the magnificent work I have begun in you. You are a pioneer of grace, and the reason your battle has been so exceptionally long is that the testimony you are about to share is exceptionally great. I am turning your mourning into dancing and your sackcloth into robes of joy for the sake of my glory and your restoration. Hold on to this scriptural anchor with everything you have. When the night feels too long and the shadows grow tall in the corners of your room, recite my promise: back to the darkness I shall live. I shall see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. You are my chosen one, and your voice will soon be a trumpet that wakes up other sleeping souls. Your life is my masterpiece, and I am far from putting down the brush. My beloved one, you have often mistaken my silence for my absence. You have cried out into the stillness and felt only the echo of your own voice, wondering if I have turned my gaze towards someone more worthy or someone more vocal. But I tell you, the silence is where my greatest work is done. It is in the quiet of the night, when the world has stopped making demands of you, that I am meticulously stitching together the frayed edges of your spirit. You are in what you call a waiting room, feeling as though your life is on hold while everyone else passes you by. But look again through the lens of eternity. This is not a prison of stagnation. It is a construction site of the soul. Just as a skyscraper requires foundations that go deep into the dark earth before it can reach for the clouds, your spirit is being anchored into the bedrock of my character. If I allowed you to rise to the heights I have destined for you without this preparation, the winds of success would surely topple you. I am strengthening your roots so that you can sustain the massive harvest that is already growing in the invisible realm. Consider the potter who works with the clay in absolute silence. His hands are constantly moving, shaping and applying pressure even when his lips are not speaking. I am that potter and you are the clay. The pressure you feel, the tension of waiting, the heat of the struggle, is my hand guiding you into a form that can hold the new wine of my spirit. You are not being ignored. You are being refined. I am removing the cracks of insecurity and the fissures of fear that would cause you to leak under the pressure of the heavy blessings I am about to pour out. This hidden season is the most sacred time of your life, though it feels the loneliest. It is the time of secret intimacy where I reveal my heart to you alone. In this quiet place, I am teaching you to hear my whisper, so that when the noise of the world returns with its cheers and its criticisms, you will remain unmoved, centered only on my voice. You are being built into a temple of peace, and every moment of this silence is a brick laid with divine precision. Before I reveal the magnificent blessing I am bringing into your life, the one that will make every year of lack seem like a distant dream, I want to see your hand move in agreement with heaven. If you truly believe that I am working behind the scenes for your good, do not remain a passive observer. Take a moment right now to like this video and subscribe to this channel as a sacred act of faith. By doing so, you are signaling to the spiritual realm that you are ready to receive the blueprints of my plan and that you trust the architect of your soul. This is your way of saying, Lord, I agree with your timing, and I am ready to be a part of this family of light. Do not let this moment pass without making this divine connection, for your agreement is the key that turns the lock of the next door I am about to open. When you align your actions with your faith, you create a vessel that I can fill with the abundance of my kingdom. You must realize that real blessings are heavy. They require strong shoulders and a heart that has been tempered by endurance. I have observed how you handle the little things in the dark, how you choose integrity when no one is watching, how you find gratitude in the midst of the desert, and how you continue to love even when you are unloved. This is your entrance exam for the much that is coming. I am getting you prepared to handle the weight of a blessing so vast it will influence generations. This requires a greater maturity and a deeper character than you possessed a year ago. Every difficulty you have faced and every problem you have solved has been a training exercise, making you stronger than you ever thought possible. I see you and I know exactly what you are capable of. You are passing the test of faithfulness, and the gates are beginning to tremble under the weight of my command to open. Rest in my preparation, for the silence is about to be broken by a shout of victory that will echo throughout your entire life. The clouds that have darkened your sky for months, even years, are beginning to break. I am commanding the winds that have battered your soul to cease their howling. You have been in a season of unrelenting rain where one crisis followed another, and you felt as though you were drowning in a sea of obligations and sorrows. But I tell you, the atmospheric pressure around your life is shifting at this very moment. Can you feel the change in the air? It is the smell of rain-drenched earth finally meeting the warmth of the sun. The storm was not sent to sink you. It was sent to wash away the debris of the past. And now that the clearing is here, you will see a landscape more beautiful than the one you lost. In the next 24 hours, I will begin to drop breadcrumbs of my favor into your path to show you that the tide has officially turned. This is not a dream, and it is not a coincidence. It is the physical manifestation of my spiritual decree over your destiny. Watch for the small miracles that the world calls coincidences. In the coming hours, you will see patterns that defy logic. Perhaps your eyes will be drawn to the clock at exactly 11:11, or you will see the sequence 777 or 1212 on a passing vehicle or a receipt. These are not just numbers. They are the fingerprints of my angels signaling to you that heaven is in perfect alignment with your needs. You will experience a sudden, inexplicable wave of peace that washes over you while you are doing the most mundane tasks, washing the dishes, driving your car, or simply sitting in silence. This peace is my signature on your heart, a promise that the turmoil is over and the restoration has begun. Do not brush these moments aside. Stop, take a deep breath, and acknowledge my presence. When you recognize the sign, you activate the blessing. I am surrounding you with whispers of my grace to remind you that the God of the universe is intimately aware of your name and your situation. Prepare your heart for a sudden interruption. I am moving upon the hearts of people you haven't heard from in seasons. People who hold a key to a door you thought was locked forever. Within the next cycle of the sun, do not be surprised by an unexpected phone call, a message from out of the blue, or an email that changes the entire trajectory of your current struggle. I am bringing people back into your life who have the resources, the connections, or the words of healing you have been starving for. This is the moment of divine intersection, I am turning the hearts of kings and authorities toward your cause. The very people who overlooked you will suddenly find themselves unable to sleep until they have reached out to you. I am creating a divine restlessness in those who are assigned to help you. The drought of information and the silence of opportunity are coming to an abrupt end. Expect the unexpected, for I am working through the hands of men to deliver the bounty of heaven. This is your moment of transition, the delicate bridge between the battle and the victory. You have been so used to fighting that you might find it difficult to rest. But I am commanding your spirit to lean into this new rhythm of grace. The signs I am sending are your confirmation that the not yet has officially become right now. You have endured the darkness with a faithfulness that has moved my heart, and now you shall see the light. Keep your spiritual eyes open and your heart expectant. Do not let the cynicism of the world or the weariness of your past experiences blind you to the miracle that is standing at your door. I am the Lord who makes a way where there is no way, and in the next 24 hours you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I am the one who holds your future. The storm is ending, my beloved chosen one. Welcome the sunrise of my favor, for it is your time to shine. My child, I have seen the stress etched into your brow every time you look at the numbers that do not seem to add up. I have felt the knot in your stomach when the bills arrive and the weight of your bank balance feels like a heavy chain around your neck. I know the nights you spent calculating and recalculating, trying to find a way to make a life out of fragments. You have worked harder than most, yet it feels as though you are running on a treadmill, staying in the same place while the world speeds ahead. I saw the opportunities that were stolen from you, the promotions that went to the less deserving, and the resources that slipped through your fingers like sand. But hear my voice today. The season of lack is being swallowed up by the season of my supernatural supply. I am the Lord of the harvest, and I am issuing a divine decree of sevenfold restoration over your household. I am going to pay you back for the years that the locusts have eaten, the years of struggle, the years of silent sacrifice, and the years where you felt you were barely surviving. I am not limited by the economy of this world or the decisions of men. I am the God who provided manna in the desert and brought water from a dry rock. I am currently moving behind the scenes to open streams of income and provision that you haven't even dreamed of yet. Money is not your master. It is a tool in my hands, and I am directing it toward you because I can trust you with the abundance of my kingdom. You have shown me your faithfulness in the lean times, and now I am preparing to show you my generosity in the overflow. I am activating sudden provision in your life. You will receive favor from strangers, rebates from forgotten sources, and ideas for prosperity that carry the weight of my wisdom. The doors that have been jammed shut for years are being lubricated by my grace, and they are about to swing wide. You will no longer be the borrower only. You will be the one who has enough to bless others and seed into the destinies of those around you. This shift requires your agreement and your voice. I do not want you to stay silent in the face of this revelation. If you believe that I am breaking the chains of poverty and lack right now, you must declare it to the heavens. Do not agree with the lack. Agree with my abundance. Type breakthrough is mine, or I receive my restoration in the comments below. Let your words be seeds of faith that take root in the fertile soil of my promise. By typing these words, you are aligning your heart with the frequency of my provision and signaling that you are ready to be a steward of the wealth I am releasing. This is your moment to claim the inheritance of a chosen one. I am also calling you to join this family of light. Press the like button and subscribe right now if you haven't already. This is more than just a gesture. It is an act of spiritual alignment, ensuring that you stay connected to the flow of wisdom and blessing I am pouring out daily. Rest in the knowledge that your Father is the owner of the cattle on 1,000 hills and the gold in every mountain. I am not a God of just enough. I am the God of more than enough. You have been being built to handle the weight of this blessing, and your character is now strong enough to carry prosperity without it changing the purity of your soul. The pressure you have endured has made you a vessel that can hold a heavy harvest. Do not worry about the how or the when. That is my responsibility. Your responsibility is to trust and to keep walking in the path I have lit for you. The drought is officially over. Every seed of prayer you have sown with tears is now coming up as a harvest of joy and tangible provision. Take a deep breath and let go of the financial fear that has gripped you for so long. I am your provider, I am your protector, and I am your vindicator. Your restoration has begun, and it will be greater than anything you lost. My precious one, I have seen the scars that no doctor can heal, the ones etched into your soul by the words of those you once loved. I was there when you were mocked, when your name was dragged through the dirt of gossip, and when you were made to feel like an outcast in your own circles. I saw the way you withdrew into your shell, afraid to trust again, wondering if everyone you meet is just another disappointment waiting to happen. The sting of being shamed publicly or misunderstood privately has left you with a heavy heart. But I am the great physician, and I am reaching into the deepest chambers of your emotions right now. I am washing away the toxic residue of their insults. I am removing the label of failure or unworthy that they tried to stick to your spirit. You are not who they say you are. You are who I say you are. Their opinions were never the truth. They were only reflections of their own brokenness and jealousy. I am healing the trauma of your past so that you can walk into your future without a limp. And here is my promise to you, my chosen one, those who have shamed you, those who laughed at your struggle, and those who whispered behind your back will soon have to witness my hand upon your life. I am preparing a table for you in the very presence of your enemies. They thought they had seen the last of you, but they are about to see my anointing dripping from your head. I will make your light so bright that those who tried to dim it will have no choice but to recognize the glory of the one who sent you. I am your vindicator. I do not need you to argue your case or defend your reputation. I will defend you with the splendor of my works. The very people who walked away when you were in the valley will see you on the mountaintop, not for your pride, but for my praise. Your life will become a living proof that no amount of human malice can stop a divine appointment. I am turning your shame into a double portion of honor, and those who once pitied you will soon seek your counsel. But I am not just clearing away the wrong people. I am making room for the right ones. I have seen your loneliness, and I know the ache of having no one who truly gets you. I am currently hand-picking divine companion souls who are tuned to the same heavenly frequency as yours. These are not people who will drain you or compete with you, but those who will carry your burdens and celebrate your victories as if they were their own. I am bringing destiny helpers into your orbit, friends who will see the gold in you even when you feel like dust. You will no longer have to explain your heart to people who don't have the capacity to understand it. I am connecting you with your true spiritual family, those who will speak life into your weariness and stand with you in the heat of the battle. The days of being a lone wolf are coming to an end. You were created for community, and I am weaving a tapestry of relationships around you that is built on truth, loyalty, and my unconditional love. Trust me to bring the right hearts to your door at the perfect time. My child, lean in and listen to the truth that remains unchanged, even as the world around you trembles. I want to speak into your future not as a distant possibility, but as a solid reality I have already constructed. Do you remember what I told you through my servant Jeremiah? For I know the plans I have for you, declares your Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. plans to give you hope and a future. This is not a fleeting sentiment. It is a blueprint signed in eternity. I know every detail of the path ahead, every mountain you will scale and every valley you will walk through. While you have been staring at the ruins of your yesterday, I have been focused on the architecture of your tomorrow. Your future is not a mystery to me. It is a destination I have already secured. I am not a god of chaos, and I did not bring you through the fire just to let you perish in the smoke. The plans I have for you are designed to expand your heart, to increase your influence, and to bring you into a place of rest that you have never known. Your tears have watered the soil of a garden that is about to bloom in ways you cannot comprehend. Understand this, my chosen one. Your future is unstoppable. There is no king, no government, no spiritual force, and no human mistake that can cancel the appointment I have made with your destiny. The delays you experienced were not denials. They were moments where I was building the infrastructure within you to support the weight of the glory that is coming. If I had given you the future before you were ready, it would have crushed you. But now you have the shoulders of a warrior and the heart of a survivor. You are entering a season where the things that used to be difficult will become effortless. The doors that were locked will now swing open at the mere sound of your footsteps. You are moving from the back of the line to the front, not because of your own striving, but because of my sovereign favor. I am giving you a future that is not just about survival, but about abundance. I am turning your once upon a time into "and then the Lord acted." Your story is becoming a legend of my faithfulness, and the chapters ahead are filled with light that the darkness can never extinguish. Rest your weary mind from the what-ifs and the hows. You do not need to figure out the map, because I am the map maker. You do not need to worry about the storms of the future, because I am the master of the sea. Your life is a tapestry, and though you can only see the tangled threads on the underside, I am looking at the masterpiece on the top. Every knot of pain, every dark thread of sorrow is being woven into a pattern of breathtaking beauty. I am giving you hope today, not a fragile hope that depends on the world, but a radical hope that is anchored in my character. Step forward with confidence, for the ground beneath your feet is holy. You were created for such a time as this, and the future I have prepared for you is so bright that it will make your past sorrows look like morning mist. You are my pride and my joy, and I will see to it that you reach the fullness of everything I have promised. The best is not just coming, it is already at the door. My beloved, look back one last time at the mountain you have just climbed. You see the jagged rocks, the steep cliffs, and the places where you nearly slipped. You thought the climb was only about your survival, but I tell you it was about your coronation. The crown I am placing upon your head is not made of gold and silver that will tarnish with time. It is a crown of authority forged in the fires of your endurance. You have earned a weight of glory that can only be carried by those who have walked through the valley of the shadow of death and refused to fear. The trials you faced were not meant to destroy you, but to strip away everything that was not eternal. Now you stand before me purified and powerful. This crown represents your victory over the darkness, your resilience in the face of betrayal, and your unwavering faith when I was silent. You are no longer just a follower. You are a leader in my kingdom, a veteran of the spiritual wars who carries the scars of a victor. But understand this, my chosen one, this crown is not for your pride alone. It is a mantle of responsibility. You did not survive that wreck, that illness, or that heartbreak just so you could live a comfortable life. You survived because there are others who are currently standing where you once stood, in the middle of the abyss, crying out for a sign that it is possible to make it through. Your life is now their sign. You have been given a new mission, a divine mandate to reach back into the darkness and pull others toward the light. Because you have tasted the bitterness of despair, you can offer the sweetness of hope with a conviction that the world cannot duplicate. Your words now carry the weight of experience. When you tell someone the Lord will make a way, it is no longer a platitude. It is a battle cry born from the trenches. You are my ambassador to the brokenhearted, a living proof that my grace is sufficient for every storm. Do not be afraid of this new calling. The same power that kept you breathing when the world tried to suffocate you is the power that will flow through your hands to heal others. Your scars have become your credentials. They tell the story of a God who redeems and a warrior who refuses to stay down. You are being positioned as a lighthouse in a world that is growing increasingly dark. As you step into this new level of your destiny, remember that I am with you always. Your rising is not just for your own benefit, but for the salvation and restoration of many. You have passed the tests of the wilderness, and now the gates of the promised land are open. Walk forward with the dignity of a chosen one, wearing your crown with humility and your mission with passion. Your greatest work is not behind you. It is just beginning. My beloved, the time has come to lock these promises into your reality. I am standing over you right now, stretching my hand over your head and your home. I seal this message and your very life with the blood of the Lamb and the fire of my Spirit. This is not just a prayer. It is a spiritual decree that reverberates through the heavens and the earth. From this moment forward, I mark you as my private property, a treasure that is off limits to the forces of destruction. I have seen the way the enemy hovered over your life, waiting for a moment of weakness to strike, but I am closing every door and every window to the shadows. The legal grounds that the adversary used to haunt your mind and hinder your progress are hereby canceled. I am washing your past in the ocean of my mercy and surrounding your future with a wall of fire. You are hidden in the secret place of the Most High, and no plague, no curse, and no weapon formed against you shall ever prosper again. You are under the shadow of my wings, and I am the fortress that the enemy can never penetrate. I command the spirit of heaviness to lift from your shoulders right now. I command the fog of confusion to dissipate and the light of divine clarity to flood your mind. You are no longer a victim of generational cycles or the mistakes of those who came before you. I am breaking every chain of addiction, every bond of lack, and every spirit of infirmity that has tried to claim a stake in your body. I speak life into your bones, peace into your mind, and strength into your hands. This is the moment where your struggle ends and your dominion begins. I have authorized a shift in the spiritual atmosphere of your home. Where there was strife, there will be harmony. Where there was mourning, there will be a garment of praise. I am setting a seal upon your heart that says, "This one belongs to me." The darkness has been issued a restraining order from your life, and the light of my presence will now be your constant companion. You are a chosen one, and your path is now illuminated by the glory of my radiance, which will never grow dim. Do not let these words vanish into the air. You must seal this prophecy now and forever. It is time to make your declaration of faith heard in the halls of heaven. If you believe that I am your protector and your vindicator, if you believe that this message was sent specifically for you today, then do not remain silent. Type Amen or I receive in the comments below to lock this blessing into your life immediately. By doing so, you are putting your signature on this divine contract. You are telling the universe that you agree with my plans for your prosperity and your peace. This act of faith is the final step in activating the miracle you have been waiting for. Seal it now, for what I have joined together, let no man put asunder. Your victory is finished, your restoration is secure, and your name is written in the book of life as a victor. The decree has been signed, the heavens have spoken, and it is done. Your life will never be the same again. Today marks the first dawn of your true existence, my beloved. As you step away from this message and back into the world, do not go as the person you were before you clicked play. That version of you, the one burdened by the shadows of it's over, the one who felt like a ghost in their own skin, and the one who nearly surrendered to the abyss, is gone. I have buried your yesterday in the deepest sea of my forgetfulness. Today you are walking in a new light, a celestial radiance that emanates from within, because you have finally accepted my divine not yet. You are not just surviving, you are emerging. Feel the ground beneath your feet. It is no longer the jagged glass of your trials, but the firm foundation of my favor. Your lungs are filling with the air of a new season, a season where the struggle no longer defines you. You are the chosen one, and you have been handpicked to represent my glory in a world that has forgotten what true hope looks like. The world is about to be startled by the transformation they see in you. Those who saw you in the furnace will now see you in the palace, and they will ask, how did they survive? How is their spirit so bright after so much darkness? You will not have to speak a word. Your life will be the answer. I am preparing a series of events in the coming days that will leave you breathless with gratitude. What I am about to do next through you will cause the heavens to rejoice and the world to wonder. You are being positioned for a rising that is so spectacular it will shatter every limitation that was ever placed upon your name. Prepare yourself, for you have moved from the hidden season into the season of manifestation. The training is over, the testing is complete, and the stage is set for the reveal of my masterpiece. You are my pride, my champion, and my child. Do not walk this path alone, for you are now a part of a global movement of light. This journey is only the beginning of your ascent, and I have much more to reveal to you in the moments to come. Do not leave this sanctuary without ensuring you remain connected to the source of this strength. Press the like button one last time to signal your final agreement, and if you haven't already, subscribe to this family so that you never miss the next instruction I have for your rising. Be a vessel of my grace. Share this message with at least one other soul who is currently struggling to breathe. Your act of sharing could be the very not yet that saves their life today. I am not through with you. In fact, I am just getting started. I will be here waiting for you in our next conversation, ready to show you the next level of your destiny. Go now in peace, for the King of Kings has spoken and your new life has begun.